And here we are. We have our next matchup featured on the top board. This will be Olatunde Oduwole from Nigeria and Chollapat Itthiaree from Thailand. Chollapat was pretty high in the individual standings list yesterday, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Can't remember if he was the highest performer for Thailand, but he was certainly near the top of the list if he wasn't. And then we certainly can't have a day without featuring Team Nigeria. This will be their second time up, just simply because of how well they've played throughout the event. Very consistent.
Yeah.
Haven't really seen them have a downswing. It's been fairly consistent play for them every round. They have, I think it's still true that they have the most individual wins of any team, even though they're not necessarily in first place. The story for them has really been that when they win, it has been fairly dominant, and when they lose, it's usually been by a 2-3 score, and not usually a complete blowout, and that reflects in the number of individual wins that they have.
Wow.
So we are starting with the game.
Getting started so rapidly.
Wasting no time. So Olatunde starts with Aya, keeping ETA.
Good play.
I'm gonna head out, guys. It's been a lot of fun, and thank you so much.
Sure, thanks for
you,
joining us,
Akshay.
Akshay. Have a wonderful day. We appreciate you being on the stream.
Any last thoughts? No.
I think he's gone.
Oh,
No, there's
last thoughts.
he's still there.
That's, I'm willing to bet some money that Nigel's gonna still win this, win the individual tournament. I think.
Ooh, okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing how he does that.
Yes, we look forward to it as well. Thank you, thank you.
Have a good one.
Okay, bye.
All right, so it is back to Jason and I in studio to cover the event for the remainder of the afternoon. So let's have a look at this. I'm going to take the headset off because we don't need it anymore. It's just us. All right.
What does
It looks like
Chollapat
P, N, T, J, G, E, and I think that's an I. Yeah, it's in alphagram order, so that's an I.
Oh yeah, good call.
And Chollapat is going to go for what I saw in the statics sim as well as a high option, and that was Giat.
Yeah. Seems. We have some Thailand fans finally. That's great.
Olatunde has been playing super fast. He hasn't even gone under 1 minute in his time yet. Playing Toge.
Seems like not the best play, because Togai would be great to use another vowel.
I think.
Or etage.
I think I would probably go for etage just to not hook the vowel next to the triple letter score, but that's probably just my paranoia. Toge is probably fine. I admit to being influenced by Marlon Hill-esque thinking sometimes when considering worst case scenarios. And I shouldn't all the time, but I have to admit sometimes I do lean that way and think, well, the worst could happen. I should probably not put myself in that position. But
Yeah, etage wins a sim by plenty.
and that's probably because of the lack of snapbacks that you would get.
Yeah.
Nick Ivanovsky points out pungying, which is quite nice.
Here's a real bingo, eh?
So So there's, oh yeah, there's two in fact.
Wow. 2 real bingos.
Punjing as mentioned, and then a word for penguin in a different language.
Whoa, is he gonna play Punjing? Is he gonna?
He's
Whoa!
playing Punjing. Nice play.
Whoa! We have a new best word.
That's got to be up there.
Word of the
Punjing is
day.
super nice.
That's crazy.
And he's going to challenge. I think, when it looks that weird, that's fair, especially when it's 5 points. So, beautiful play by Chollapat.
Whoa.
That's nice. Before this, I was going to say, in a game just before lunch, Dave Weekend had played World, and a little bit before the end of the game, Teresa extended it and made Sub-World.
Sub-World.
And Dave Weekend challenged because he wasn't 100% sure. Turns out he still won the game by about, I believe it was 4 points. But Sub-World, as I mentioned, Teresa is continuing to play some fantastic words in her games,
Wow.
but I would have to agree, Punjing is sick. This is probably my favorite I've seen today so far.
Wow. We get to see Teresa next round? Is that right?
Teresa will be on stream. I don't know if it's next round. If it's not, it's the one after. Let's see here. Yes.
Yeah, next round.
Teresa's on next round, taking on Vanita from Malaysia.
Punjing. Oh, here's a bingo.
Yeah,
Play your
baguette.
bingo.
He's playing
Oh
a little bit too
no.
fast.
Oh no.
So there goes bet. Needing to take a little bit more time to think about that one.
Oh, Chollapat is playing so patiently. He didn't even have his letters on his rack before Olatunde had his new letters on his rack.
So it is acted UI, I think, for Olatunde's rack.
Yeah, but it's Chollapat's turn.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure you could get that in there. Chollapat has... Well, there's a bingo in Spanish, but not in this language.
What is the bingo in Spanish?
Well, ironies, in Spanish, irony is ironia.
Huh.
So he would have ironias.
Ironias.
Yeah, but in this book, nothing. Crabcat says, is playing fast a Nigerian signature? Moses Peter was fast too, at least in the early game versus Ganesh. I don't know if I could speak authoritatively on Nigerian Scrabble as far as how it goes. I don't think that's the case all the time. Wellington is not someone I consider someone who plays fast. I've found Wellington to be very deliberate. I'll use that word again. I've used it before, but it's very deliberate, any decision he makes. So I don't know if it's all of Nigeria, but perhaps some.
Yeah, definitely some. There's more, if you're higher distribution of fast players and among Nigerians, I'd say. Michael Tang is playing Rack Police.
Joel asks, what happened to the G Olatunde kept from last rack? Was that a transcription error? Oh. That's a good question. It's a really good question. Because we had talked about him not seeing baguette. But I can't see his rack at all on the top.
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe
it was a C and not a G at all.
C.
We're gonna see if Kumar can fix the shot for us. Yeah, Joel, I'm tending to agree. Perhaps he didn't have baguette and it was just a C. Yeah, that was what I thought I saw that I said to you a minute or two ago, so maybe it was just a C and not a G. That would make a little bit more sense, as opposed to outright whiffing on baguette. Kumar, can we get the rack back in the shot? Thank you.
What should Chollapat play here?
Yeah, so it's a definite C. Yeah, thanks for that, Kumar. So there must not have been a G on his last rack, just a C. Okay, back to Chollapat.
So yeah, one option is dumping AI, making beta, or dumping OI in a few different places.
It's a fairly safe placement of OI.
In the sim, Quackle preferred dumping AI, but Quackle doesn't infer anything from the BET play, which indicates a good 4-tile leave.
It's pretty safe to say Chollapat's in good shape for bingoing next turn, holding Scenarii.
Yeah, I'm not super sure why he didn't play OI for 10 points, making OU and IN. Any ideas there?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Because if you're scared of something like MOU happening, then you have the same issue with OI where he put it. Moi still works, so there's not really any reason to be afraid. So Chollapat's going to have a bonus come down on this turn. A couple of choices for him. One fairly standout. Well, actually, now that there's two at least to consider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one. Yeah, they're both the two that I'm considering. Toges and Scenarii down. That one's interesting, putting the I in the triple word score lane, and this one, which he is ultimately going with, just was the I in the triple letter score. I have such a hard time doing that. I don't know. It could well be right, but for me, I'm just like, ugh, whenever I'm putting it right next to a triple letter score because of how much it gives back. But what do you think, Jason? What would you do here? You like that one, or do you prefer a different one?
I would think about it far too long. I think I might. I would probably take the points in the end. The 1 point where I would probably agree with Chollapat. Oh, it hittered.
There you go.
I mean, I think the save. I mean, in the end, the reason why having the crazy triple letter scores next to I's, you shouldn't worry too much. Is that even if your opponent has a chance to hit it, but you also can hit it and put the game away that way. So.
I think I still end up doing it more often than not. I just always feel this visceral, like, oh, do I really have to when it comes up. Look Cake says, I think we tend to overestimate how much it gives back in expectation. There are enough scenarios like this one where the opponent doesn't use it. No, it's fair.
Right.
It is certainly fair. Sometimes they don't.
Yeah, on any given Scrabble board, especially a relatively open one like this, there's a million ways to score 70 points. And a cue play is just one of them. I'm a little surprised Chollapat challenged Tittered, given that he just played Punjing. Because titterer is also a word, so there's a lot of reasons why you'd know the word tittered.
Crabcat says the triple word score is good for scoring with the I also. Chollapat's choice perhaps limits the left side. Yeah, that's fair too. Nimu Fond XYZ, who played Punjing, that was Chollapat. Beautiful, beautiful play. D horns, I believe, is on Chollapat's rack.
Or is it
Or is that O?
Haroon's? I think
Never
it's
mind.
onshore.
Yeah, onshore. I'm sorry, I thought it was a D.
Either way, that's
And
good
he's
for
got
him.
Haroons lined up. That's
Mhm.
an anagram for onshore. And here it comes. Haroon's going down. G.I. Joel mentions schooner would have also played through the sea if onshore had been orphaned. Peter Armstrong mentions there is a third anagram for onshore.
Oh yeah. Kumar got it.
Very nice. Our tech wizard is also a proficient Scrabble player.
Mm-hmm. If only we knew what Sorhon meant.
That's your cue, Kumar. That's your cue to show the definition for that anagram.
Hmm.
A temple to a hero. Nice.
Interesting. I didn't know that. A hero on?
Well, I'm guessing it's heroon if you want to go for something that's more Greek. Because the oo would never actually be the sound.
Oh. Whoa. A whole new way to look at that word.
Indeed.
Heroons.
Or heroon, but basically the point is that the O's are separate. They wouldn't be in a diphthong. They would be an actual separate syllable. So.
So that doesn't have an interesting game again, given that Chollapat didn't draw any vowels, and
So it's Irish, an ancient Irish exaction.
You can't pronounce Irish words. Only the Irish can pronounce Irish words.
that's right.
So that's Irish names. That's different. So Kumar is pointing out that only the Irish can really pronounce Irish words, and it's a fair point for many of them, but that's particularly for the names. There's some where it's just like you have no chance unless someone tells you. It's like I think the greatest example of that at the moment is there's an actress in Hollywood who's become more well known. She's quite young, and her name looks very odd, but you pronounce it Saoirse. And it's like Saoirse, and yet the correct way to pronounce it is Saoirse, as I was told some time ago by someone who is a great admirer of hers. Saoirse Ronan, yeah.
What should Olatunde play?
I don't buy actors, man.
Well done.
I'm gonna watch movies. It's just not my generation.
Crabcat asks if mudded here is okay, and then Aditya mentions the correct pronunciation of Ashling, even though it's spelled, it looks like Eiling for us. But yes, that's another Irishism.
I feel like mudded might be called for, because it leaves the board much more open than mud's. And there's a lot of vowels to draw. Sorry, a lot of blanks to draw.
So apparently this apparently is a corruption of the word so young.
So we're seeing fell from Chollapat. Extending his lead back to 100.
It has air radio, but it doesn't fit.
Air radio is homeless.
Yeah, I wonder what he was thinking with muds. Like, he only had, like, after muds, he only has one realistic bingo line to the D of tittered, which is hard to hit with EDOR leave. There's also the U of punching. It gives up 7 points compared to mudded. He might not have considered mudded. Oh, a great observation about mudslide in the chat.
Yeah, mudslide is a nice possible extension. Aditya suggests Ida and Fella as a possible play.
Mm-hmm.
Nemu says that CDNT looks better than CDLN as a leave, in their opinion. With reference to felt versus fell, I believe, is the context for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, Cake says mudsling as well.
Hmm.
And Cake, you would be proud. At the buffet today after having my lunch, there was a really great looking cake that I saw. So I pretty much did do the, oh look, cake. And I got a whole bunch of it for myself. So.
Well, there's also mudscows.
Mudscow.
Mudscows. Mudstone. Mudslung? Whoa. Mudslinger.
Indeed.
Mudskipper. And mudcells.
Lots of mud words.
Wow. Mudskippers. Oh, there's not enough space anymore.
In any case, those will not be relevant because Oda has been played.
Hmm.
So no extensions of mud on this day.
Quackle likes also playing rated up top, parallel to Haroons. That's 30 points, leaving AO.
And Cred has been played on top, above Hiruan. And there's still a couple of O's to do credo and some word with ooh in the middle of it.
Hmm.
Though that's not going to happen this turn, as Olatunde is going to bonus. Very likely.
Ooh,
there you
aneurysm.
go.
Nice.
Aneurysm. To me, it looks odd spelled like that. It's one of those ones I always have to get over.
I think he has a Q.
Yeah. Make sure when you're looking at the letters, really make sure it's actually a Q or an O, because that seems to have come up more than once.
Quackle thinks that after playing QAT, he'll still be about 75% chance to win.
just recounting a few things. The clock is paused, and I saw Olatunde's pen hovering over the board.
Ola Cake is calling me out for not thinking he could bingo to the M. True.
I was trying to remember when I saw that in the chat. I was like, did I say that? I don't think I did. Chris Hawkins mentions the Will Anderson / Itthiaree result. Still missing in the round 25 results? Question mark. Barry, do we know if that result is in?
Perhaps more shakes out there. What's that? More shakes out in the bowl and been decided. More results. More results.
Which round?
25.
We are not playing.
No. For the last round.
Must be some helping.
Someone's asked about Will Anderson and Itthiaree. They say they don't see it on lines, which means the result must not be in.
Is that the only result?
I don't know. We're just being asked about it.
And can you check? Tell me.
Yeah, that's the only one missing.
Okay.
Alright, Scope. Good point about Scope.
I was thinking the exact same thing. So it's funny, sometimes Jason and I are thinking or channeling something similar.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I wonder if non-woman works, and then sure enough, Jason is firing up Quackle's word checker at that exact moment and types in non-woman.
Yeah, why would non-man be a word but not non-woman?
It's weird. Not consistent with some of those things.
Itthiaree, 470418.
Okay, so 470 to 418 was the result in favor of Itthiaree for the match between him and Will Anderson. I didn't get to see what the other matchups resulted in for that round, so I don't know if that means Nigeria or the US took the point that round, perhaps. US took the point?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a point for Team USA. They've ended their losing streak. That's good news for them. Oh, look, Cake says they guess non-man is in the same vein as non-human.
I mean, but non-men is a word. So you can have... I mean, non-human is an adjective, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
So Chris Hawkins says it's 3-1
Oh,
the US
non-human is
for
a
that
noun.
game.
Sorry.
So yeah, it kind of continues the theme for Nigeria with when they lose, it's usually by one game. It's not a full sweep, which is why they're getting so many individual wins, which is helping in their tiebreaker. Nimu, you ask about Wiz and Zoe as a potential play. Unwoman is being played at the moment. And yes, I'd have to agree, Chollapat is demonstrating some fantastic word knowledge here. So you can't have a non-woman, but you can have an unwoman.
Well, unwoman is a verb.
A verb, yeah. And here comes Wavy. Scores a fair bit for Olatunde.
Wow, it's only an 11-point game.
Tempo favoring Chollapat at the moment.
Yeah, but with the X and blank unseen.
Ooh, and Olatunde's pulled X and blank.
Oh my gosh.
All of a sudden, Prexy is a valid threat off of the Y and Wavy. That would change a lot.
So he'll go Luby, right? Luby empties the bag, and then it's probably too much to come back from.
Luby scores well. It prevents any plays like Prexy. Doesn't allow any word ending in X that would hit the double word score. That would be a very good play to keep the game. Aditya says, please don't play Bludders. Well, I think based on the rest of the word knowledge that's been demonstrated this game, I don't imagine that'll be coming from Chollapat.
Yeah. Because his word knowledge has been so good, it's really surprising he challenged Tittered.
Nimu says, yeah, it would be pretty hard for Chollapat to come back if Prexy plays. I think if Chollapat can see the bag properly, he's going to play, so that would never happen. At least I hope.
Yeah, I wonder if he would play Yibo instead to not empty the bag over Luby.
Oh, Crabcat mentions that Luby would allow prefixal for a very large out bingo.
Oh my gosh, great find. That would be crazy.
That would be quite a twist.
It's a good reason not to play Luby.
Aditya mentions Saibo, S-Y-B-O-E.
Wavy's actually such a clever play, because the V makes it like you just geometrically cannot block the D and the Y, and it's hard to block both the D and the E even.
Oh, he's actually got his letters lined up for something like Bludders.
Oh, and he's looking at the heavens to see if it's a word. Oh my.
Hopefully the heavens answer him and say, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes Luby. Oh.
Whoa.
Here's Luby. All right.
You wonder if he would even look for a bingo there.
And now the question is, Olatunde, are we going to see this huge outplay? He's got 12 minutes to find it.
That would capture word of the day honors from Punjiying.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
Lots of time to look. Pressure's on.
Oh. So is the consensus that like Yibo? But
so I can tell you that's actually an Afrikaans word, I believe. If not, I know it's South African English. Dylan Early is in the chat, so he can vouch for me. I believe it's actually pronounced yebo, and it's a way of saying yes. Dylan Early concurs. Thank you, sir. Can help me confirm I'm not making stuff up. Okay, it comes from Zulu. Yeah, I knew it came from one of the 11 official languages in South Africa. I just couldn't remember if it was from Afrikaans specifically. Thank you. There's the full context for it. Well, thank you. I don't think I've reached polyglot status yet. I speak 2 languages officially and pieces of 2 other ones, but I do my best to pay attention when I'm on a little tour. When I was in Cape Town a couple of years ago, I actually heard Yeboah out in the streets, and there's actually someone I know there. She works for a hospital in Cape Town, and I was actually there in part. Besides visiting Scrabble people who were playing in a tournament, I took an invitation for a wedding for one of my friends in Kelowna who was getting married to another person who was also from South Africa, and it was her cousin who lives in Cape Town that I was taking an invitation to. And she even says Yeboah sometimes.
I was just looking at other endgames, and Capex is the second best endgame, but it still loses.
Oh, look, Cake says, I don't know if he's even looking for a bingo.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could imagine not even considering it.
I mean, normally when you look at a rack like that, you're not really thinking about a bingo with a couple of clunkers, but yes, there is one there. Let's see what else.
And about the Luby play, I liked Crabcat's suggestion of buyers that has like all the benefits of Luby, same score, but without the serious drawback of prefixal.
I mean, and when you're playing Luby, considering how many are in the bag, it's pretty tough for you to look in that pool and specifically see prefixal as a threat.
Yeah.
That requires some great foresight. If you're wanting to play super safe, then yes, you would never open up that side regardless.
I imagine there were some other bingos to the L.
Oh, for sure.
And that's a pretty big downside of Luby.
I think the other note is if you play something like buyers to empty the bag, since it's 4 letters, there's still the possibility of a bonus through the D with a blank and some others. I mean, it might be more difficult with all the clunky letters that are in the pool, but there's still the possibility of playing an 8 even without the L. But certainly the L, as you mentioned, gives away options you don't have to give back. Peter Armstrong says he thinks that Chollapat sees the bonus. I would imagine he does.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to be Chollapat right now.
That's a painful 7 minutes and 17 seconds he's going to be sitting through, because based on what I've seen from some of the other African Scrabble players here, it could be a long wait before the final move has been made. Crabcat mentions it could be perhaps more than 7 minutes based on those letters, because even if you do go overtime, it's still okay if you score enough. So yeah, it could actually be longer than 7 minutes.
There are 6 words that end, five words that end in fixal: affixal, antefixal, postfixal, prefixal, and suffixal. Also, prefixally. How would you even use that? Justin Matthews, please use prefixally in the sentence.
Prefixally. I'm trying to think of a way that I could actually say it and not sound completely pretentious. Nothing comes to mind immediately. The standard Scrabble answer would be prefixally is a word that scores many points.
No. Terrible sentence.
That's a John Chu answer, to be fair. An actual answer I can't give you necessarily.
No, suffixal is here too. Affixal, antefixal, postfixal, prefixal, suffixal.
The interesting thing is it's only prefixal that takes the ly at the end is the issue. So only one has an adverbial form. The rest is not. Wolfram says Olatunde appears to have mistracked. That's quite possible.
Bingo! The solution to that is bingo.
It should not affect his bingo play. That's possible. Was he looking for tiles under the board? Yeah, it does seem like that's what he was doing there. The only other possibility that comes to mind is perhaps just trying to distract, himself for a minute.
Like the enye in English does not appear prefixally, or no, like that's perfect. Olacake is so good at making sentences.
That's good. All right, and in the end, a prefix has not been played. It's fax and fa and anna. So that's a huge bullet dodged for Chollapat.
Wow.
Itthiaree, I'm not sure I'd want to do that. I think that's something that they'd best go over on their own. If Chollapat mentions it, great, but I don't think I want to be the one to bring that up to Olatunde.
The optimal play is Skyver, it appears.
Skyver scores nice. Yeah, Scop and Skyver. It's a nice little fit.
This is a good game.
It's been a great game, and the difference here really, as the score is reflecting, is just a slightly higher level of play from Chollapat with some great finds, and unfortunately for Olatunde, a really key miss at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, and the nice thing about this game is the expected win percentage, which is just all over.
Up and down, yeah. The win percentage was actually quite low for Olatunde at one point, I believe. When you were mentioning it, was it something like 18 or something super low like that?
Yeah.
And he actually could have won, with that last little rack. There's that 18 or whatever percent.
It was down by 100, then it was down by 111.
And I think that goes to show, for many of us, you can point in maybe not all your games, but you can point in a lot of your games that you lose to a certain spot where it's like, okay, I could have done that differently, or okay, I missed that word, or something like that. And in this case, when he goes over this game, I think it's going to be pretty straightforward. That was the difference there. So.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm maybe one of those strange people, but I'm actually less upset when I find out it's something I did wrong. It sounds weird, but for me, that's in my control. When I can find a word properly and play it and do that, I get less mad about that, because that's all me. That's my fault. I can fix that.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone feels the same.
Mm-hmm.
So looks like our word of the day so far is pungying. That's just sick. That's super, super low probability.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke when somebody first mentioned in the chat.
That's one of the ones that back when I was doing a very regimented study method with Ziziva and such, I would take words like that and add them to my card box whenever I'd missed them on the Aerolith challenges or something similar. And this one I actually don't have in my card box, but I used to love taking words like this and putting them into review on a daily or weekly basis, depending on whether I found the solution or not. So it got to a point when I was studying where I would have trouble in some of the very high probability range finding all the words, but when stuff would come up like that, I'd always find them for the words that are almost useless, except now when it comes up on a board. But I think it's more fun studying some of the weird ones, because
is pungying new in that last dictionary update?
I actually don't know. I don't have the old version of Collins on my phone. I only have the new one. I used to be able to compare, but
we have it in the computer.
Do
in
you?
Quackle.
Well, then you can look.
It's not a word. It's new. Yeah, I mean that's. I don't.
There you go.
I basically know 0 of the new words, so that's why I've never seen it before.
That's fair. There's the solution.
Oh, we can look up this guyliner is new too.
I'm pretty sure that's new.
Okay. Oh.
Is
no,
it not?
it was in CSW 12.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Oh.
Maybe not in 7 then. I don't know.
Man, I still have these other ones in?
Well, you made the Korean one, I remember, way back in the day.
Got it, yeah. Yeah, and Matt's been really good about adding other languages. What does Korean look like nowadays?
Are we gonna play some Korean Scrabble while waiting?
Yes. Oh, I need to save this game.
In
What round was it?
we have, let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. It was around 26.
Okay. That's not Korean. Oh.
Yeah, those are Korean characters. You haven't switched
Oh, I
to
need to
that.
change the alphabet.
Oh, did you just
Whoa. 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 Whoa, but bingo! Look at that bingo! Pigonhan. Pigonhan. Good bingo.
감사합니다. That's about the best I
Whoa,
can do.
Chollabat's gonna win. Oh, big win. Oh, what a high score.
Yeah, I got nothing besides that.